bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Why is our next guest fighting to save a movie theater? Well, you'll find out this hour. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Linda Kurtz and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Steve Jackson. He's the board president for the Beach Theater Foundation. And today we're talking about saving the Beach Theater. Thanks for joining us today. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, why did you take on this whole endeavor? Tell me about this.
Well, we have a theater in Cape May that's been around for over 57 years. It was designed by a very renowned theater designer, W.H. Lee. And it's a landmark, and I think it has a very emotional connection with a lot of people who live in Cape May, as well as summer residents of Cape May that have come as children, brought their own children, been there with their grandparents. So there's an emotional connection, there's a historical connection, and there's just a fun connection to have the last movie theater in Cape May.
Talk to me a little bit more about the historical connection. There are a few stories you can share with us.
Well, Cape May, the theater has its own legacy of, it was originally an 860-seat theater. One of the first theaters in the 1950s to have stereophonic sounds, CinemaScope. They needed that to bring people in from watching television. That the new medium came out at that time. And it was a Hunt's theater, and Hunt, as Wildwood and anyone in southern New Jersey know, had all the theaters and had the piers in Wildwood. And he wanted, as one of his last places, to make it a very special, unique place, which also had retail, about several stores, and has been increased to today 13 retail stores in addition to the movie theaters.
Do a lot of people realize that it's not just a movie theater, that there's these retail stores in there as well?
I think when people have been reading about this story over the past several months, I think most people are focusing right on the theater. But the deal that we're trying to do to be able to take over the theater is the theater plus the theater complex for a new developer to come in and buy the entire complex, but to lease back the theater to the nonprofit organization we formed, the Beach Theater Foundation. Okay,
so let's talk a little bit more about this whole plan in detail. This all started because they were going to tear down the theater and create condos.
They were going to create condos, and the city went to the Frank theater chain and asked them, is there any way that there could be something that could be done to possibly save the theater? And the Franks, under no obligation, were very nice to say that yes, there could be. Maybe this organization would could lease the theater for a year and have an option to purchase the theater from us. So thanks to that possibility, which does not happen too often when buildings come under plans for demolition, that there is an option here. It's a big thing that we have to raise $100,000 to lease the theater, and then we have to find someone, a developer or several investors, to be able to, $12 million to buy all the stores and the theater. But we were lucky enough to get the city, just last week, approved our loan.
Okay, and they just did that. So what is the next immediate step?
Well, the immediate step is finalize our documents and with the Franks and give them their $100,000 and take over possession, and then we take over management and start running the theater ourselves and simultaneously look and find a new owner for the theater. And while that's all going on, we got to raise money. It's a nonprofit organization, and to get this going, we're looking for contributions, and we're holding a lot of events and looking for more events to raise money.
Let's talk about some of those events. There's one coming up in October.
One coming up in October that we're looking forward to we're going to get the theater all spruced up and opened hopefully by the end of the month, so that we can have a Halloween movie festival, which would be a marathon of the greatest of the old horror flicks. Like Halloween, the original Halloween, and new horror flicks, Dracula, old, new, just a whole mix that would go on for 24 hours.
Okay, well, I hope people donate, and best of luck with the project.
Please go to our website and beachtheater.org and make a donation. Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
This hour's newsmaker has been Steve Jackson. He's the board president for the Beach Theater Foundation. I'm Linda Kurtz for Comcast Newsmakers, which is seen exclusively on Comcast Cable. Thanks for watching.